Previously on HomeBrew Detritus. -4 stealth check because of that ass clap when you walk.
I grin and wiggle my fingers at you a little bit.
Ooh. Ow, that's just wicked in the sewer too, so you know it's getting infected.
Bounty of these sins hidden outside of town so that one day, when the need to arm the citizens of Yarnham arises, I can deliver them protection.
Your mother's face peels open. The skin stretches from the skull, and tentacles and teeth begin to shoot out of her head, and they encompass your head. You then wake up in a cold sweat. Oh,
You had a horrible nightmare because of what happened at the father's house.
Oh, you should have said roll initiative.
Roll initiative.
Let's see.
Actually, the more I read about this, the samurai is not a great class.
Yeah, see, that's kind of the research you're supposed to do prior to making.
Nope. I wanted to play one, and I thought it would add for a lot of RP potential. But just their resolve, not as good as I thought.
They're a combo class, right?
I think we could all take a lesson from Matt as far as if you want to role play good, just do your little shot of something. Cheers, gang.
Hold it up.
Can you all hear my fridge?
No. What is it saying?
Yeah. It's telling me to kill political officials. It's weird.
That's probably not a good thing.
I don't know. Go with it. See what happens.
Now,
It sounds like it just keeps saying "burn it all down, burn it all down." I don't know what that means.
Oh, that's just you got the news on.
I agree.
So turn the news off.
Turn it all down.
Oh, I went to New Orleans this weekend, and while there, I made sure to pick up a case of Dixie beer.
Yeah.
They put what in the beer?
Huh?
They put what in the beer? Dixon beer?
Dixie. It's a beer that it's since like 1909.
It also hits its wife.
But
Really celebrates that Confederate legacy, huh?
It's a wife.
It's green with the name Dixie. It's not like it's Confederate flags or anything. They just took the name Dixie, and they're gonna change their name.
Kind of like how Winn-Dixie.
Yeah, or how the Nazis just took the
Dixie hasn't said anything about changing their name.
When was the last time you saw Winn-Dixie?
Yeah.
Winn-Dixies are everywhere down here.
Are they?
Isn't that a combination of people's names? Winn-Dixie? Is it not just?
That was about a dog.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not really.
Because I just assumed it was like two people's names.
I'm just really not up on my Winn-Dixie lore.
Yeah, the Winn-Dixie dog was named after the store. If you're talking about that movie, right?
Yeah, I hate to break it to you there, Sonder, but if you Google Winn-Dixie, it just says a Southern Heritage brand supermarket proudly serving the communities of Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, and Mississippi.
Fuck you, vaguely racist superstore. Yeah, fuck you, Winn-Dixie.
Yeah, that's the one you can say. Fuck you, Winn-Dixie.
I'm buying my bacon elsewhere.
We were just about to send us a nice gift basket.
Yeah.
Oh, we're losing all that Winn-Dixie money.
I'll still take a gift basket if they wanted to send it as a gesture of peace.
It just seems so very Winn-Dixie. Like it's just
No, it's two N's on it, so it probably is a name.
I thought it was like
Evan is expert on spelling, by the way.
How is it spelled?
It's WINN and
Hyphen.
then Dixie.
Gross.
Hyphen. Mile.
Welcome to the Dog Podcast. It's Matt's dog 24/7.
That's right.
Homebrew Detritus brought to you by Happy Dog Faces.
Please, nobody send me messages about my dog being overweight. He's happy.
Does your life suck? Get you a happy dog face. At least you'll have that now.
True story. My dog actually.
And welcome back to episode
At
5.
least you'll have that now.
True
One of
story.
our members can't count. This is episode 4.
That's right.
I'm operating on a whole different level, my guy.
Welcome back to Homebrew Detritus.
Yay!
Hey.
That sounded real.
Yeah.
The only podcast
Hey,
where I
that
don't want to kill
half-assed.
myself.
It's so hard to be so enthusiastic at 9 o'clock
Yeah, on a Wednesday.
on a Wednesday. It's a
Why?
Wednesday.
You guys, I don't think y'all understand how much I look forward to Wednesday nights with you guys.
Oh, I love it. It's just
Great.
Hard
I'm always
to-
enthusiastic and happy. I like it.
see, that's my thing. I'm never enthusiastic or happy.
Normally, I'm at work cooking tacos for drunk people while I'm sober and people I don't really care for. So this is a very nice change of pace.
Yeah, doing a podcast for drunk people that you don't care about.
Hear that, folks? We all hope you're hammered.
Oh, if they're watching us, they are.
If by the time this airs, we've got a Patreon and you're paying money for it, I'm very happy to entertain you. If you're listening to this
Absolutely.
for free, but you've liked and subscribed, I like you okay as a friend. And if you listen to this and you forget that it ever happens, you can just go right on and fuck yourself because you mean nothing to me now.
Yeah, just like Win
You're
Dixie.
dead to me.
You're dead to me,
You're
son.
dead to me, son. That's it.
So
So, Toker, what happened last
when
time?
we last left off,
Yeah.
you guys were all gathering at Cullen's new home, aka your new base of operations, and also that place where you saw that horrible monstrosity that used to be a father that you had to murder. You were going to talk.
Not one of our
Tried
fathers.
to
but-
eat me.
Yep, Kevin almost died in episode 2, and was almost left to die in episode 3, but they made it past that. So now we're discussing. You guys are going to discuss. Cullen has information from the book about where a hidden treasure trove outside the city might be. I believe Razbat had talked about maybe scouting the sewers for possible paths and ways to use it for discretion to get around the city without being seen. And then you still have Task, who's basically your connection to the rest of the order who might be coming by, and like what do you guys want to fill him in on? But I'll give you a little bit to discuss amongst yourselves as characters what kind of path y'all might want to take first.
We should immediately split into 3 groups.
Man,
Fuck that. 5
yeah.
groups.
Three of us are healers, so I don't know how well that would work.
All right, the 3 healers will go down the sewers.
This way.
Yeah.
No, the 3
Three.
healers need to stay with Kevin to keep him alive this entire campaign.
It's gonna take all 3.
In my input, we should definitely go for that treasure trove first before it's gone.
It's a good ways out, as
some-
I'll explain to you guys. It's definitely a good ways out. I definitely think that, starting with the local mystery first. The biggest thing after I'll disclose to them possibly where the treasure, and that's just where it starts, right? Where the
That's the beginning of the clues. Like the location in the journal will get you basically to the start of the first clue, and from the first clue, you got a feeling you'll have to pick up different clues. So it'll be bouncing around a forest to find out where he's actually hidden, hidden this treasure trove.
could be
you feel like it's-
a long process that we probably wouldn't be able to explain being gone for that long.
Because you feel like it's
Kind
been
of-
a treasure trove that he's been adding to over the years, so it's been hidden very well for a long time.
Well, Matt. Well, Colin, if you're the only one that can read that, it might be worth our mission to check it out. Who knows what could be out there?
Oh, I
You can
think-
make it anything you
I
want.
think we should check it out. I think, and I'll explain to them too about the box and my suspicions that the small box we found housed some type of evil that the father either under some type of evil influence or maybe just happenstance happened to release it. And I will ask Saman if he'll produce that box again. I would just like to do another detect magic on it. And is anyone able to detect evil? Because I know that's
I am.
different.
Yeah, if you're asking that, I can go through the whole range of detection as far as alignments.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'll do a sweep on that if you'll give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, you can work on that as I continue to talk, but I'll just say that I think exploring the sewers is probably a good option to know kind of where they went. There's a list of kind of everybody that he stole from, although that doesn't really help us, but that's something that probably Task would be interested in. Having to being able to know some of the people in town that did at one point have some contraband items in their possession.
Did the journal make it seem as though the treasure trove was in several caches?
Did not. It seemed to indicate that it was possibly in one.
All
Together.
in one place with multiple clues that led to its location.
So we have basically the first clue to get to the first spot, and then hopefully find it from there. But it did seem like it would be in a single place, since the father, his intentions were good, or whether his methods were or not. But he intended to, in the event of a crisis that he thought was inevitable, he would be able to access all of these items fairly quickly and provide them to the town.
You said it sounded as though he expected the crisis to come soon.
Yes, but it seemed like he talked about that a lot over the years. So
it
is
could
that correct,
perhaps.
Toker?
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed like he thought it was inevitable a lot, but he also seemed a little bit obsessive about it in the later chapters.
So it is possible that the entire thing is a massive feral peacock hunt.
I don't think so, because in his earlier suspicions of it, he obviously uncovered some things that were quite disturbing, and obviously he was in a sane state at that time. So, my question to you guys, since we're a team, is how much of this do we divulge? How much do we keep to ourselves?
Why would keeping any of this to ourselves be beneficial?
So there's one argument.
I say we tell Task everything we've found so far, because he has people that can work on other things that are more specialized to certain tasks.
I don't know anything about that.
I know that there are other cells
Right.
that are more specialized to certain things.
Okay. So does anyone else have a...
I agree with Razbad that we should entrust Task with all the information, because I owe him greatly. I am obligated to him and to the order in general, and whatever it takes to fulfill that obligation, that is what I will do.
Okay, that's 2 for full disclosure. What about Sonder?
I say you tell him as much as you feel you need to tell him.
It's a we thing, not a me thing. I'm on.
I don't think everything should be disclosed.
Okay.
I mean, how much do we really trust these people?
I don't know, but I would say this. I mean, when you say you don't think everything, what parts do you feel like should be withheld?
Mostly the magic items. I'm afraid those are gonna get confiscated.
We've already disclosed that there was a cache of magic items. Yeah, because that was
which
in the
part
note.
Then which part are we hiding?
What could we hide if we've already told him that?
The fact that the father felt that there was a cache of, or there was inevitable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Evil
Yeah, definitely tell him that.
Oh yeah,
invasion.
that's absolutely.
The names.
Yeah, I thought.
That's the only thing I was thinking about keeping back is the magic items.
Well,
because
that was on the note that was readable by everyone, correct, Toker?
Okay. Well then, yeah, tell him everything.
Yeah, no, tell him about the evil, definitely.
Absolutely. I'm not trying to take care of all of
that
the evil
needs to
by
be
myself. I'm gonna say it seems obvious. Why else is he dead? If it wasn't for some evil.
Evil, right?
That's
So
coming.
then, so the last thing is, do we disclose all the names of the people that the father had stolen or bought things from?
No, that's just gonna get people in trouble.
I do not believe that is necessary. That seems too invasive.
Okay, I mean that's the mode I'm in. But if you were at full disclosure, then so we're more on the same page then.
No,
Quick thing to Toker. Why do they? What does it have? They given a reason why they don't like magic in the city?
There's a
Illegal.
superstition around the fact that magic invites the supernatural. So the only people allowed in the city to have magic is the protectorate, as far as magic weapons and armors go. Healing magic is allowed throughout the city, but other forms of magic are either frowned upon or straight out banned.
That was my only worry. Is they why don't they like magic? That's like my whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't trust the fact that they don't trust it. I feel like they're just keeping the power out of people's hands.
I feel the same way as this one.
Yes, I agree.
on.
The protectorate and the people in charge, that's not who I owe my allegiance to. I owe my allegiance to task and the order.
But I still feel like I'm doing this job against my will. Sort of. I wouldn't have been in this position if I hadn't been caught with certain items. So, I'm not particularly happy with the order. I will do.
There is nothing I like to hear
I
more
will do what I promised,
than
and no more.
one of my teammates is here under court order. That fills me with enthusiasm.
Okay, so what's our plans to tell Taft about the evil and see what he thinks next?
I really feel a full disclosure because we don't even have the cash yet. It might already be gone, but at least we know where the items came from and who would be on the list of suspects that would have taken the cash. Reason to hunt it down.
I think
Well,
the
that's-
cash needs to be protected. Its purpose is to protect against evil, and that's my goal as well.
So if I may make an
Right.
argument, now I'm for not disclosing the names of the people that he stole from or bought things from, because I think he said he did both. Correct, Toker?
Yeah, there
Some
could
things he
have
bought,
been
some
both,
things
yeah.
he stole. So, but they, as we don't really, it doesn't really list what all the items do. Their previous owners may have some hint of that, if that's important. But I don't think
And
we should
there-
disclose them. But
There may also have been a reason that the previous owners had those items. Perhaps they were well versed in their use. Perhaps they were also aware of an evil presence growing. And by taking them, the father did more harm than good. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
either way, it was illegal for him to have them. In most
I
cases.
think, as much as it displeases me to say this, I think we should go after those items. Because if we fight more things that are like what the father turned into, or even things that are worse or more powerful, we will need an edge. An edge I am afraid I do not have the strength to hone.
Well, I will say this, that I think since Task is already aware that there is a cache of items, that we're probably going to be heading in that direction, no matter what we do here.
Yeah.
So,
Let's make it clear that should be our mission.
so
Agreed.
okay, so we'll turn over the information, and we're going to withhold the names of the people that he stole from. Give him some of those. I'm just full, from my standpoint, particularly the people he bought things from.
Are we going to keep the journals or turn those over?
That's up to Task.
I kind of forget what I was going to say. I was going to say, oh, yeah. He knows that you have the books and you have them because he wanted you to translate them, correct? So it's kind of likely to assume that you're one of the few that could translate it.
Sure. And if somebody else,
Okay.
if he gives these to someone else to translate and comes back to me and says, "Hey, why do you get that?" Then did the best I
Yeah.
could. So
It just doesn't seem like, I don't know, like ratting people out, giving them lists of names doesn't seem pertinent to
as a team standpoint, ratting out merchants of magic items that may or may not be in the city and may or may not be of benefit to us outside
But
of the
we're
order.
telling them about the cash, right?
He already knows about the cash.
Yeah.
All right.
Cash, that information was in the note that was legible to everybody at the mansion.
Our
when
hope
he
is
was
that he
here.
will send us after the cash.
He will.
But we should look into whoever possessed the box.
My plan, there's no information on that, but my plan is, in order to ensure that we're the ones to go after the cash, is to emphasize the task that I've already kind of gotten into the mindset of Solomon and how his clues work and how his codes work, and the likelihood that when we get to this first spot, that there will be a similar type of cipher that we can figure out, that I would probably have the best chance of doing that. So that would be my pitch to him, for us to be the ones to go after the items.
Should I step out into the street to summon the messenger children?
Like if you listen closely, you can hear their
what time is
their
it?
music theme, their news theme song
It's getting
faintly.
It's getting close, door to door. They're getting close.
It's about the evening news time, isn't it? Is it 5 o'clock yet?
They might be on their way.
Okay, so we agree. We're gonna, after much discussion, we're going to tell Task about thefts. We're gonna explain to him where they were, what they were taking, what the items were, and the Solomon's fear of an inevitable great evil coming upon the city, and that there was most likely something of evil, paranormal power that was inside the small box.
Okay.
So after 2 minutes, though, after Razbad's been examining the box, did he come up with anything?
The box is not magical. You get a faint aura of evil, not off the box, but off its contents, but it seems to be dissipating.
So it could have been greater.
And
3 days ago.
The symbol around it was similar to the protection from evil circle in the room, right?
Right.
So it was holding something evil that broke out.
That would be your best understanding of what happened, yes.
So does Amon, do you have you learned anything about the runes that you were trying to study?
No, they're protection from good runes.
Did you learn anything from the corpse?
Nah, just everything's fucked up.
Oh, it's cold. The inside is very cold.
I learned how much his rectum could hold.
I learned how easy it was to put everything back.
Look, so Mahogany, you didn't say anything, but my screen cut to you when he said rectum, and that face was perfect.
Yeah, that's why I left the Zoom call the first time. Like I came in and there was like talk about digging in toilets, and I was like, "Yep, I gotta go. Gotta go."
You had to go to the bathroom?
No. Had to excuse myself from the conversation.
Alright.
We're just a bunch of vile, disgusting men.
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm self-indoctrinated or self-indicting.
Yeah, that wasn't a defensive statement. That was a definitive statement.
Yeah, it was just sheer fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the plan then?
Cool. Then we'll do a little hand washing and say that the Task has shown up to the house. He has sat down at the table with the group of you. Mr. Cullen, glad to see that you went ahead and grabbed your crew and brought them all together.
Yeah, they brought an entree or a dessert.
Very nice. He looks over at the dip. Seems a little warm. Doesn't eat any.
I bring a bowl of blood. Again.
He
That
always
blood pudding again.
It's never fun when the mortician always shows up with meatloaf and won't tell you what animal it came from.
Oh.
It's a
That's a
meat,
mixture.
meat pie.
Constipation.
Cannibal Amon.
What kind of meat is it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said this was
Yes, it is.
flank steak, right? Oh, I said it was flank.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's good. It's very good.
Mm.
Damn it.
So
I will take some blood off that corpse, from earlier. Put it in my little jar.
No.
for
That's a
reasons.
strange hobby.
Mhm.
He is a strange individual, that is for sure.
Yep.
You could have used this as an opportunity to role play normal, and you decided not to do that.
A whole different direction. A whole different direction. There's a little road we didn't even know was there, and he went down. It's all good. It's
But I
great.
figured the conversation between you guys and Task goes back and forth for a while. You withhold the information you say you're going to withhold, but you fill him in on everything else.
Yeah.
And then, Colin, you hit him with kind of your sales pitch. Give me a diplomacy or charisma or something along those lines, and I'll allow somebody to assist if they feel like he's floundering.
Yeah.
Only if he
can't-
feels
Yeah.
like he's
Happily
floundering.
assist.
So I'm really good at bluff, not so much charisma or my charisma's not bad, but it's not great.
I've got a pretty good diplomacy.
So
Same.
I'll try the diplomacy route, and I rolled a 2.
Okay. So Sonder and Akage would like to step in and kind of fill in the spots that Cullen can't quite bring words up to.
Natural 20.
Okay.
26.
Very nice. I got an 18 for
Helps.
25.
All right. So
Honestly, in that situation, since
Oh, you have a better
Akagi's such a
charisma.
convincing and very dedicated person, the pitch may have been better coming from him anyway.
well, Cullen, you were the one with the information, so I'd say, like in the conversation, you were kind of giving out all the information. You guys did a good thing by meeting beforehand and discussing where you wanted to go.
Mhm.
But then when it gets to the sales pitch, you kind of you look to your left and your right to the two more charismatic people in the group, the
Mhm.
pawn shop person and for some reason the young foreigner who's good with words.
Charming. The very charming foreigner.
Sure. And they
Sure.
swoop in to pick up where you're starting to fail off.
Yeah.
And the sales pitch was that because you've worked with the books for so long and you've kind of gotten into the mindset of the fallen priest, that whatever clues he's left in the woods would probably be easier picked up by you.
Right.
And
faster.
because of the high rolls from both your party, Task seems to nod along in agreement and be like, that does seem like the best course of action. This place that you say it starts off, it's in the dense forest outside of town to the east. You'd be looking at a day and a half ride if horses were available. That's probably not something I'll be able to get a hold of for because this is an island and most people don't. Most of the horses here are luxury items, or
Show
they're
ponies.
already set for work crews and stuff that go out to the forest to harvest. So you're looking at probably a 2.5 day walk.
How far past like where, say, villages and things like that would end? How much of that is going to be kind of civilized trek versus rustic?
Once you leave the town, the city proper of Yarnham, and leave the gates, you've only got about a half day's worth of
That old.
farmlands and whatnot of people who work. Maybe a full day if you walk at a measly pace. But you're looking at a full 2 days just in the wilderness out there. You'd be getting close to the other coast. You'll get a nice experience. You'll get to see a lot of the island that most people never see.
So we're definitely going to need some provision, some walking boots, 500 gold each. For odds and ends.
There's nothing wrong with my boots as they are now. Why don't you have a good pair of boots?
have a very nice pair of boots for the archive.
The real question is, what are our excuses for leaving that long?
Gone fishing.
For some of you, that would be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Razbad's employer actually is also a member of the order, so he doesn't have to come up with an excuse there.
That helps.
I'm self-employed.
Akage is not really employed anywhere else, and his mother knows. Saunders self-employed, obviously. Amon, you are also somewhat self-employed. So really, it just comes down to Cullen making up an excuse for the archives.
Perhaps maybe someone of influential standing within order could send in a request for a particular volume of book. That's I don't know. That might take me 5 to 7 days to procure. That's one of the things I do. I go away sometimes to.
I've got ties in with what would the head person at the archives be called?
The head
Archivist.
archivist. It's not the. I mean, they call him the archivist, but it's basically the head archivist. But
the archivist is in on our dealings from time to time. I can slip him word while you'll be gone for a week.
That'll work for me.
I see you are enjoying the dip, Master Task.
Hasn't touched the dip all night.
It's very, very warm and mayonnaise dip you have there.
Can we just go back for a second to the fact that Amon keeps blood? You said they put the blood in the bottle with the rest of it. Is that what you said earlier? I just need to understand that a little bit.
That was how long ago?
I know.
Didn't say that until you're fighting a vampire.
Well, and
It's obvious that Cullen's thinking slow because he's eating so much of that warm dip.
Warm dip. It's still warm after hours and hours. That's why this time I've brought a cooler.
There's-
To that.
Old beer.
I'll tell Taft if someone kicks the bucket while I'm gone.
It's
Here's-
TASK.
Ask.
Task.
Task.
I'll-
Task.
Not like William Taft.
He picks a single syllable name for a character that's going to come up a lot, and none of us can get it right.
He's
Either way.
Taskmaster.
One.
He's
I'll
the
hand-
Taskmaster.
I'll hand him the keys and tell him if someone dies, just stick him in the cooler.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're not the only mortician in town. You're just the only non-denominational mortician.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not
Someone-
that special, Amon.
Yeah.
AKA a
You're
heretic.
You're one among dozens. Dozens, I say.
A lot of deaths in this super peaceful town.
They're all natural deaths.
Perfectly normal.
Naturally fell on that sword.
Totally natural.
She naturally exploded. It happens in the autumn.
Spontaneous combustion. It'll get you.
Spontaneous combustion.
Okay, so are we set to depart? I guess we should make sure we have all the gear we need.
Yep.
I'm locked and loaded.
And now I can decide which one of these maps I was going to use.
Where was Task gonna drop off the traveling expenses and the boots?
I will meet you tomorrow morning at the front gate.
Excellent.
Well, at the eastern gate.
Eastern Gate tomorrow morning. Will do.
You said 2 full days on the road?
At least.
If
That
you're
was-
walking.
If we're walking, which we probably
Which we're
are.
walking.
Yeah.
I have no pony. No pony.
Bet you wish you took that horse now, didn't you, Friggs?
He still would have just had to walk
Yes.
slowly with the rest of us.
Weren't we going to detect evil on something?
Little
Oh no,
box.
you
The
did
box.
that already. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was like, why did I not expend that spell? But that's discovered.
Haven't that.
This would also be a good opportunity for me to collect ink making materials.
I have none of those. Oh, you mean procure them from a market or something?
No,
From the forest.
from the woods.
Would you like red ink?
I don't know nothing about that.
No, actually, it turns brown.
There are certain plants that can be used ground up to make pigment.
Interesting.
I got lots of red.
You're an archivist and you don't know where the books come from.
I have very selective memory. Things like that unimportant.
Well, he is the archivist. He archives the books. He does not necessarily scribe them.
No, I don't
Yeah,
write
but
books.
I would expect the cook to know where the meat came from, just like I'd expect the archivist to know where the book came from.
No.
Really depends on where you go to eat, what that cook knows.
Spoken
Right.
with the directness
No,
common to most halflings.
the whole job at the archives is basically cover anyway. It's there, for other reasons, but it's I'm not an archivist or a librarian by trade. Normally, but I'm just saying, it's just Cullen has a very selective memory
You're
on things.
procurement agent for the archive.
Yeah, that's part of what I do. Yeah, I try to, when they have rare books that are requested, I seek them out in possibly other cities, towns, locations, write letters, things like that. But I don't really care where the ink comes from or how it's made. I just know it's in a bottle. Could be good, but I will be more interested when I see red ink in the future. Thanks, Amon.
Usually blood tends to dry brown on parchment.
There you go. See, it's not red. Now I wonder about all that brown ink I've been using. Always did seem a little clumpy. If we had a coach, we'd only need 2 horses.
What would sometimes words don't do what I say. Sorry.
That was close. It was close.
It started strong.
It really did. Everyone got quiet, which is an amazing ability in this group.
The next morning, you meet at the eastern gate, and Tack is there. He has a small package for each of you containing rations and camping gear if you need it.
I will leave him with camping gear because I already have my own, but thank him for the offer.
Yeah, I'll take
I
what
will
I
take
could.
camping gear.
Definitely take what I could use. Any boots there?
I
We're
gave
Really don't
you
always
wanna
in
mess
the
up my
camping gear.
shoes.
I'll take the camping gear.
Cullen, I gave you 5 silver to go buy some fucking boots.
I don't want to mess up my
So
shoes.
worried
Really,
about
this
his
is.
feet.
I'm worried about my shoes. I don't want to mess my shoes up.
But you begin the first morning trekking out across the outskirts of Yarnham. For some of you, this might be the first time you've left the city, but it's a nice morning. You pass farmlands, wild game. It's kind of a peaceful day, that first day. It's towards the end of that day that you get to a point where you can look back and you can't really even see the smoke from the cook fires and industry happening in Yarnham. For some of you, this might be the furthest you've been away from the ocean. So the salt stench is a little less than what you're accustomed to. The sun begins to set, and for the first time ever, you guys are in a situation where you'll need to set up a camp together.
Oh,
It's a bonding experience. You guys all hold hands and sing Kumbaya as you roast fish over an open fire. I don't know what you do actually.
we're a bunch of nerds. We don't go camping.
I will mention to the group, since we still don't really have a set organization, I guess, that we probably should have some volunteers to keep watch, since we're kind of outside of civilized areas. Any
This is
volunteers?
First time sleeping outside, aside from the boat ride over, the ship ride over. This is my first time sleeping out of doors.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Oh, I am excited.
I think it's only fair if we share the watch. Rotate.
Yes.
Okay, I'll volunteer to take first watch. Actually,
I was going to actually volunteer to take first watch as I'm
can
not
take-
very pleasant when awakened.
okay. Well, you take first
Well-
watch. I can take second. The darker the night, the better, because me and Raz can see in the night. So probably the
If-
middle of the night would be best.
If you have brought that mask, I can also take a watch in the middle of night. Otherwise, I can take a watch with light.
Yeah, we can all take turns with the mask, right?
Pass it around. So we just, I mean, I guess we take 2 hour.
Yeah, coronavirus
you-
doesn't exist in this world.
I mean, but it's still in my head. So I'm thinking, as long as we disinfect the mask, I don't mind sharing.
Just dip it in some of this holy Clorox water.
Some of that dip that we had.
Yeah, that black mask just turned white somehow. Magic holy Clorox.
But it killed the germs.
Exactly. So, okay, so Saunders gonna be on first watch.
Mm-hmm.
When you say camping gear, I'm assuming we have tents and stuff. I mean, I've got a
Tent,
bedroll and a
sleeping
blanket.
bag,
Yeah.
trail rations, pots, or a pot,
Yeah.
serving spoon, things like that.
So I'll suggest we kind of set up a tight camp as far as everybody sleeping fairly close to each other around a very small, low smoldering fire. Cullen has been somewhat traveling around the world in his lifetime, and so he would probably know some basic survival things.
I have spent much time in the outdoors, and from my experience, yes, you are correct. Very tight camp, circling a fire.
Razbad, this is probably kind of a return to form for your character, being out on the road, out in the woods. I feel like your character would probably shine. But you guys set up watches. You divvy up some rations for the night. You do anything else in particular before we get into it?
I don't think so. It's a lot of walking for Cullen, so he's probably gonna retire, get a little sleep in before his watch.
I will also sleep before my watch.
Okay. So a quiet, awkward dinner before people go to sleep. I guess y'all are still just getting to know each other. Even though y'all shared a horrific experience a few days ago, you're not ready to open up, which is fine. The night is uneventful. It's peaceful. It's a cool, really cool night. Kind of cold even. So the next day when the sun rises, it's a nice relief for the chill. Breaks quickly under the sun's heat. And it's another full day of kind of the same as the day before. Though you make a little bit of headway. Knowledge, geography.
Hey, I
And
got that.
Cullen, you can actually assist the knowledge geography with linguistics for transcribing the book.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh, that's a good one.
Survival?
Survival.
I'll roll survival.
And also survival.
It doesn't matter. I rolled a 2.
Oh, so their roles do matter.
I got a 19 on
I got-
survival.
18. Unless it was to find food or protect allies from harsh weather, then it would be a 19.
All right, I
Sandra,
got a
did you-
9.
15 survival.
Okay, so Razbad, I shouldn't have praised you so much because that was a terrible roll. Everybody else did much better than you in the survival checks.
Yes,
Horrible.
I'm a pro. I know exactly what I'm doing here.
He knows
Uh.
nothing of what he's doing.
You don't have to say that out loud. Everyone knows I don't know where I'm going.
But you
I am
eventually hit a
sorry.
spot on the road that strikes true with some of the notes you read in the journal there, Cullen. And
Alright.
With the help of your crew, you navigate off the road. It's not much of a road. It's most the road that you're on now is more for some industry that happens out this way. Every once in a while, there'll be some miners that might come out this way looking for a new spot to possibly find their gold.
Pretty rough
mostly in vein.
path.
Yeah, so it's kind of an overgrown road, but it was at least something of a road. But now you've made your way off that, follow your first cue. And the first clue from the book is to the south of the resting inner pine.
And what tips you off is most of the trees you've seen up to this point have been oak, another thing, and then you see a large dead pine tree off in the distance. So you guys make your way through the growth there to find what you see on the map now. Kind of a little bit of an open spot here in the trees, and then the large dead tree there in the middle.
Well, I'll point out towards that pine and say, I think that this is what the book is describing.
It is almost as if he means eternally resting pine.
Everybody give me perception checks.
Ooh,
Very, very good, I think. Good.
15.
Well, I'm better at perceiving than I am at surviving, apparently. But that's not by much.
Cullen
Yeah,
has his nose
10.
stuck in the book.
Anybody under a 15?
10.
That's a 5 over here.
It's
And I
Cullen
got a
Sonder.
10 total.
Right, that's bad. Amon, what'd you get?
15.
15 exactly. Akage?
10.
10.
Yep.
All
Yeah, we're
right.
stumbling around. Everybody's in
Amon, you're
awe
the
of these
only one
pine
that-
trees in the middle of the oak woods.
Amon, you're the only one to notice the when he says something about the resting pine. As you look on closer, you can actually see, looks like an old tombstone on the far side of the dead tree there.
Ah,
Oh,
that is.
I will examine it and point it out
All right.
all at the same time.
There is weird runic symbols on the front of it. You can give me a knowledge religion.
5.
You cannot make out what they entail.
Not this time.
Mm.
You point that out to the group.
Yeah, I said that.
And take it. Maybe just like you can put it up. Take it with us. You can study it later.
Can I come roll religion?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is a shitty 11.
Well, this thing apparently I know. So 19.
Okay. And was anybody else wanting to move?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna stay with the group.
Yeah, I would like to be on the other side of the tree, keeping an eye out west of the tree.
You guys come down here and start investigating the tomb. Amon and Sonder are having some troubles figuring out what it means. Kevin, your character at some point maybe has seen this before in his travels before coming to Yarnham, or maybe just offhandedly with a conversation with a customer, or maybe some past reading or whatever. But these are very old runic symbol languages for the religion of Desna. And as you read them out, the rest of it says, "To the south of the resting inner pine, I made a home for you to find." And you kind of read that out, and it's pretty obvious that it's like, well, I mean, somebody of Desna would have to read this, but it sounds like there's a home for us to find to the south of this tree. And as you're explaining that to the group, the thing that y'all didn't hear were the 2 wolves that were under the tree line there earlier.
Oh Lord. They're not lion wolves. They're not lion wolves, are they?
No, these are wolves.
Standard wolves.
Plural. Each of these is a
Wolves.
wolf swarm.
What?
Wait,
A wolf
what?
Swarm?
WT
That's
the
not a
actual
thing.
Fuck.
It is a thing.
Not a thing. It's not a wolf swarm.
Is it a bunch of little wolves?
No, it's 2 wolves in each square, but it's a wolf swarm.
Oh, okay.
So are they small?
No, they're medium.
It's a swarm
does
of
that
medium
work?
wolves.
Yeah.
It's a swarm of 2.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's a
But
swarm of 4. There's two wolf swarms.
Swarm
two-
Swarm is the
2
number
per
of
square.
wolves.
I see. I
Right.
see. So wouldn't pack be a better term?
It's a swarm.
Is it worth arguing about? It's called a wolf swarm. It's
Now you have -2s for arguing with a DM.
It looks
you,
like
you,
it looks like
sir.
2
Dick.
wolves. Looks like 2 wolves. It's a shit ton of them. So,
Technically, I was arguing with Pathfinder, not the DM.
yeah, I still don't think that's a Pathfinder thing.
All right, so roll initiatives, everybody.
All right.
We can't talk to the wolves.
Yeah, I wanted
Yeah.
to try that. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Oh,
That's 20.
Goodbye, eardrums.
Yeah.
God, it's on initiative,
Kage.
Kevin.
That was some nice enthusiasm. 11.
Oh my God.
What's your initiative modifier?
I rolled 2 20s and roll
5.
tonight.
Okay. Amon,
18.
Cullen,
8. That's with a
Sonder,
+6.
12.
and Razbad.
23.
All right, so Razbad, give me a perception.
All right. Perception of 15.
All right, so yeah, you're pointing at your understanding of the tombstone. When out the corner of your eye, you see the brush move, and basically 4 wolves come out of the brush. And now you can give me a knowledge nature.
Is it for creature knowledge?
Yeah.
Then I got a 19.
All right, these wolves seem mildly rabid and starved. Technical terms for a wolf swarm is that they can do automatic damage when they hit your square, but unlike swarms, you can still hit them with mundane weapons to do damage. So they've got some weird rules for them, but we'll get into that.
I warned the group, and I'll pull out my heavy flail. We need to kill them quick. And I'll take my move to... Yes, I would
Okay.
like to move there and hit the first swarm, hopefully. Roll 17 for 19.
A 19 will hit.
All right. Then I hit, oh, damn it, rolled a 1, so 3 damage.
Grossy. Okay. That was Razbad.
All right, me next.
Nope. Amon will be next.
So looking at right here, is this like solid tree or what is that?
Yeah, those are trees.
Okay. Then I would like to move. Can I move in the same space as the gravestone or is it taking up a lot of space?
You can move in the same space.
Then I would like to move into that space. Oh, nope. Right here. Sorry. One more.
Okay.
And then I'm going to whip it good.
Trying to figure out where to move on my. I need 3 screens because now I got Hero Lab, the screen you've got, and the screen that I'm running Arkenforge with. Well, if Patreon could get on it so I can get a 3rd computer screen. So where did you move? Sorry.
I moved. Sorry, here. And then I rolled a 20. No, sorry, a 25.
A 25 to hit?
Yep, I'm hitting the guy in front of me. And then I do 5 damage.
All right. That was Amon. Then we go to Sonder.
Yeah. All right, so I think I'm pretty sure I can make it to here.
Damn.
With my 30 feet of movement. I didn't do that.
Where did you
No, that
say-
was me. That was my bad.
Yeah, there we go. Just because like could
Yeah,
I
that's
be
exactly-
right here?
That would be exactly 30, but yeah, okay.
I could be right here though without like Yeah, the trees aren't in the way. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to cast a spell, and I'm pretty sure I just will require like a reflex save.
Okay.
DC 15 reflex save for both of them,
Okay.
both of the swarms.
Okay. First swarm got a 16. And the second
Okay.
one also got a 16.
Damn.
Alrighty then. So I stick out my hands and I cast burning hands at them for they both passed the reflex save, so they both take 1 point of fire damage.
Okay.
Woohoo. I did that.
You
My
did.
point. My point of damage.
All right,
No one can
Akage, because you got the same initiative and the same initiative modifier as them, me and you are going to roll off to see which one of them goes first.
Okie dokie.
And you lost, unless you can tell.
Ah.
Yeah, no, I got a 6.
Okay. I rolled a nat 20 on that. Kevin, you can take, well, no, it's just going to 5-foot step into you there. But, Sandra, did you draw a weapon on your turn?
No.
Okay. Then, unfortunately, you don't get to. I'm going to leave them
Is
safe.
it 5-foot stepping?
No, that other one is moving straight. Oh, see, yeah, because you have reach. Amon can take an attack of opportunity.
I got
Get
that
'em.
good reach.
Whip.
Unless a 9 hits,
A 9 does not hit.
then I do not hit.
All right, let me double check how this works. All right. This could get brutal fast.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So how does
let's
it?
hope it's
if I
not
was-
as brutal as that last fight.
If I was to attack one of them, how does that work? Do I still does that attack as normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
So on Razbad, the wolves pounce on you and they begin to bite and claw.
AC 17.
Swarms don't have to hit an AC. They do automatic damage when they enter your square.
Aw, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That's bullshit. My next class is gonna be
So 3
small.
damage.
3 damage. Check.
Yep. And Sonder, you take 4 damage.
Ouch.
Then as they bite and claw on you there, Razbad. Let's see if their trip goes off.
Ooh.
How did you change
So that's 15 against your CMD, Kevin.
My CMD is 14.
All right, so you are
Ugh.
unfortunately tripped.
Oh, so he's just got these 2 wolves on him, pulling him down to the ground.
And then Sonder, I don't think a 9 is going to beat your CMD.
It does not.
So you were able to maintain your footing with these wolves chomping at you and ripping into your clothes and stuff. Akage, it is your go.
Do I think I can hit them with my glaive without hitting Razbad? Or do I need to get closer with my katana?
I would say either way, because there is someone else's square, it's going to be a -2 for you to hit.
Fair enough. So it makes no difference. All right. So since Razbad is on the ground, having much more difficulty than Sonder, apparently, I will.
I will
I don't
also
even have
say
to-
because he's prone, they no longer get the cover. since he's on the ground and they're on top of him, you can more easily
Okay.
get them.
That makes sense.
Well, I don't even have to move because they moved within my range. Those fools, slavering fools. But I'm sure a 13's not going to hit.
A 13 does indeed miss.
Ah,
Yep.
So sorry, Akage, but let's see if Cullen can come to the rescue.
all right. Seeing it's kind of out of my view, but because that tree is there, so that would be 5, 10. So if I move to here, I should be able to see. I'll move to there to kind of see what's going on.
Okay.
Then seeing my friend, my new newly freshly washed friend on the ground struggling with wolves, I would need a will save from that particular swarm.
Okay. And now normally a swarm would be immune to will saves, but these don't have that swarm trait.
And Colin probably knew that due to wolves.
14.
That's the DC. Damn it.
Because wolves.
Those
I'm
wolves
rolling
have a
rocks
high
over here.
will save. Damn it. All right, that's my go. As a free action, can I do a perception check to kind of
Sure.
look around as I moved to make sure we're not getting ready to get. Fuck. Never mind.
You see 8 more wolves coming from behind. We'll see you next week.
I don't see any of that. I see nothing.
Razbad, you're on the ground. You have wolves, 2 wolves chomping, trying to get a hold of your throat. What do you do?
Well, first off, I am going to start chanting a mantra for the judgment of healing.
Mantra.
So,
Is that a spell?
no, it is a judgment.
Okay.
So I heal 1 point a turn automatically. And then, what's the penalty from fighting from your back?
It's -4, I believe.
I think you're right, yeah.
I think that depends on what you're doing, though, right?
Well, it's a -4 to attack in melee from prone. And certain range weapons you can't shoot from prone at all, but some of them you can. Like a crossbow,
I
you
think
can
you're
shoot
right.
from prone, but a bow you can't.
I think prone is a lot more severe.
Well, I'm
actually
going to
kind of a
go
benefit
for it.
in
I'm
other
just
games.
going to fight from my back. And even with the -1, all right, critical threat.
All right.
And it's at 18.
An 18 would hit.
All right. And then to confirm my critical, I roll a 1. So I definitely don't crit.
You definitely don't hit. If you roll a 1 on the confirm, I'm just fucking with you. You're But yeah, we will do
Oh yeah, was that a
hit?
that was a critical threat. Are you a ×2 weapon, ×3?
The heavy flail is threat range of 19 to 20
And ×2.
times 2.
Okay, so yeah, just normal hit then.
Well, I did 6 damage.
All right. Your flail comes up off the ground and catches one of them just right, but it's not enough to deter them from their what seems to be an easy meal at this point that's on the ground. Amon.
I like to 5-foot step back to the gravestone. And then whip it the wolves on Saunders. So that's a -2.
Yeah.
Unless a 10 hits,
10 will not hit.
then that's it.
Sonder, it is your go.
I like to pull out my sickle and slash at them.
Okay.
Sick indeed.
Came at me with the fucking sickle.
That is a 21 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Lovely. For 6 points of damage.
All right.
And then can I 5-foot step away, or does that?
You can.
I would like to 5-foot step back diagonally away from the trees, like in front of Amon.
Right there.
It's really the only place I can go with stop between them, right? Because I can't go like through the trees.
No.
Is that difficult terrain?
No, that's impassable. That's a thick tree.
Okay.
Thicker than a snicker.
It's a tree.
The wolves go. Fortunately, 5-foot stepping. Let's see. So we're going to continue to pursue you there, Sonder.
Is he leaving? Is he just taking a 5-foot step?
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the ones on
reach.
the
Jesus. You got a 15-foot reach too, Frakes?
No, but if he stepped up into that square and then had to step over, then he'd be leaving a square that I threatened.
So you got a 10-foot.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's really nice.
so the wolves on Razbad.
Yes.
Ooh, minimum of 3 damage.
Okay.
The wolves now on Sonder. Ooh,
Not good.
almost max damage.
Oof.
Busting out the calculator for this one.
Shit. Let's get the abacus out.
Carry the 3.
So 5 damage.
5. Oh, psh. Got that. We got 3 clerics.
And then it will be Akage's go.
Right, Akage is going to move between the wolves to. Why am I not able to annotate right now?
That 10-foot katana that you have there.
It's a glaive.
You mean here?
Yep, here. Now that I don't know how this, if that would work as flanking with them, because they're in their square.
Swarms be flanked.
I would say that you would get the flanking from the ones on Sonder, but not the ones on Razbad.
All right. And which of my companions looks the worst for wear?
I think they both equally look bad.
Well, Razbad looked the worst for wear starting out, so you have to take that into consideration.
True, but he just did magic recently, so so I don't know what that means for him, but I know
Heathens
that
be damned.
How do you know I did magic? I just started chanting a mantra.
Yeah.
natural 20 on the ones on Sonder.
Nice. Roll to confirm.
Are we rolling to confirm, or are we doing the other rules that you were?
Oh, that's right. We're not doing.
That's a natural 20.
That's a natural 20.
Homebrew.
Yeah, so we're gonna roll. I'll let you roll your percentiles.
Everybody at home, take a shot.
All right.
Take a shot. Oh, I'm not at home. I'm gonna drink a sip of beer.
Percentiles. 4.
Oh.
Like an actual 4.
0, 0, 4.
400.
So,
It's a whole new world.
I think that's just regular damage.
So yeah, that is normal weapon crit damage. So
That's double
So-
damage then, right?
for
That
him,
is-
it's still times 3.
Times 3.
That's not a bad roll then.
That's not a bad roll. I am not mad at it at all.
So for those who are familiar with D&D or Pathfinder, normally when you roll a 20, you then have to roll to confirm. We've done away with the confirm unless it's a crit threat range. Like if you roll a 19 or 18 or something, your weapon could still crit. You can roll to confirm. However, 20, then we roll percentiles, and the 1 to 25%, you just do your normal crit damage, and then progressively higher on the percentiles, it gets better. And Frakes didn't feel like rolling good enough to show those off, so we'll just save them for later.
What?
It was just saying there was a 96% chance that you didn't roll a 4.
Oh, yeah. 22.
22 damage.
22 damage.
All right, so that is a
13.
dead-
I'm sorry. 13. That wasn't a 10. That was a 1-0. That's a 1. So 13. I had to roll percentage dice, and that's not a 10. That's a 1.
Ah.
Hmm.
So 13.
Now I don't know for sure if it's dead or not. And I've already said it, so
If you roll 13, that's times 3 though, right?
No. 13 was the total.
Does it have more than 19 hit points?
it might have.
'Cause I know that's
can't-
for sure.
You can't get to
What?
13 with a times 3.
Yeah, you can when you add your strength.
Yeah,
all
my
that
strength
gets-
is 1.
All that gets.
That is a dead wolf swarm.
Yay!
Yay.
All that math. that was the least enthusiastic critical hit ever.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Cullen.
I will try once again to. I need another will save from the one that's on my friend Raz.
All right. 13.
Yes, made it. So he is dazed and he can't do anything for a whole round.
Is he dazed or stunned?
He's dazed.
Dazed? I think that's just minuses, right?
I can look it
No.
up.
No. Dazed, I think is you can't do anything, right?
The dazed creature
Maybe.
can take no action but has no penalty to AC.
There you
I'm
go.
thinking dazzled.
Yeah, dazzled. That's the other one. But
That's the-
dazed
Still-
is yeah, dazed you can't do shit for
So
one
for
round.
now, we're going to do stunned, dazed, and jazz hands.
That's why
Jazz
I always
hands.
think.
The Jazzled.
Jazz
Yeah,
hands.
dazzled is all that. So everybody gets to go again before he gets to go again. So that's a good
All
thing.
right.
Not a bad cantrip.
So the wolves over Razbad there begin to like snap at things that aren't around them as their minds have been magically altered, and it is Razbad's go.
Well, seeing their erratic maneuvers, I quickly stand up and will take a swipe at them.
Okay.
16.
16 is a miss.
Oof.
But as you're getting up, you kind of can't get your bearings right on them because they chewed the shit out of you for a couple rounds there. Amon.
Move me here, please. And then I'm gonna whip him. Hopefully, I don't.
Come on, man.
That's it.
You gotta start, bagging those slack ass dice.
And you whip them and you don't herd. So Amon and his crazy foreign whip not really doing the
Yeah.
business here, but maybe Sonder can get in a nice lick.
Unfortunately, those wolves know the
No.
safe word.
5 foot step closer so that I can go after him with my, and I miss with a 12.
Damn it.
One crit and then followed by a whole party of misses.
That's right.
The wolves go. The spell fades. So that's their turn.
Yeah, everybody gets another
Akage.
chance to roll better.
Okay. Akage will attack again. They've got light cover.
Yeah, because now He's standing in the midst of them.
Okay, so that's a -2.
Yep.
Or +2 to their AC. How does that work?
Either way.
Yeah, it comes out the same.
It doesn't matter. It's a 10.
This +2 to their AC.
We're doing it. We're really doing it.
Yeah.
You're killing wolves.
Colin, the action never stops here. It's funny.
Colin.
The action never stops here. Looked up and all of y'all are frozen.
Huh?
It's your go, Cullen.
It's my go. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it. All right, I'm gonna try to shoot him with my crossbow. Since
All right, so
I
it's gonna be
have it's ranged. See what my attack is on that real quick.
it's gonna be really hard for you to hit that.
I
You
believe
got a
in
plus.
him.
You got a -4 for shooting
I've
in
been-
melee, and they've got a +2 to their AC for cover.
I've got a what now?
You have a -4 for shooting into melee,
So I got a -6 total, right?
and they get a +2 for being in cover. So it's like a total difference of 6 on that dice roll.
And they're at least a 17. I just rolled a 16 and missed.
Well, I'll just let me just double check real quick that there's not a limit on how many times I can cast it on the same target. No, I can't. It's immune to this effect for 1 minute after it's been cast on it, so I can't. All right, crossbow's about the only thing I can do. Hope for a good roll. So it's probably not going to work because that's 16.
So close. The AC is indeed 17.
Yeah, so 16 didn't work. I'll sit tight. I will do a quick perception check to look around again for a 20.
Okay. Nothing's happening. We can see Razbad's turn
I'll
is
sit
about to
tight.
go.
Yeah, Razbad wants to take these guys out. And a 7 misses.
Yes, it does.
Dinner.
We all need to
Oh,
go.
sometimes the dice tell a wonderful story, and sometimes the dice make these combats go on forever.
Yeah.
A
None of
move.
them second level characters are second level characters.
This has nothing to do with second level characters. This has to do with the fact that we all are rolling shit. Frakes rolled a 4 out of 100.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm just
exactly.
saying, luck, she is not with us tonight.
Hey, I did roll a double-digit number, and it was a 20.
There you go. I rolled 2 20s in a row on bullshit knowledge
shit.
checks.
My 20 was on initiative check.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
You get
Amon
to
can
suck
finish it off with this
first.
fun little whip.
Come on.
All right, here it
Hit
goes.
it.
Thanks for moving, Kevin.
There you go.
Doesn't matter. I hit this time. I rolled a 15 plus 6.
Whoop, whoop.
All right.
I do
One.
max damage for 6.
All right.
Does that have 1 HP left or something?
Limping, but still up.
Ah.
The wolf, this feverish wolf pack is still trying its damnedest to eat
This
this
is
half orc son.
It's a wolf swarm, not a pack. Come on, man.
That is a 17 to hit this
17
fucker.
exactly.
Yes.
Nice.
All right.
Funny that you got that right after you found out what their AC was.
Look,
Hey.
I don't
Hey.
I don't fucking choose what the dice do.
Listen.
The dice choose. And see, look, I rolled a fucking 1 for my damage, so that's 3 damage.
3's all
Ah.
it takes, though, and the last wolf swarm collapses to the ground.
Sonda
Congratulations. You
spits
killed
at it.
a poor, wounded, starving pack of animals.
Rabid
Rabid
animals.
animals.
Get its
those-
blood.
I'll take that XP. Thank you very much.
How is it that wolves were more difficult to kill than the undead abomination that was the father?
Well, I mean, that was only
No, that undead abomination was not easy to kill.
yeah, this was only 3 rounds. This wasn't even a full 3 rounds. It just felt like forever because it was y'all kept missing.
Swinging a
I also
mitt.
want to point this out. Every combat so far, something has eaten Kevin.
This is
Trend. There's a trend here.
I
But,
gotta stop bragging about what my character can do. I brag that I'm gonna outlive you all. I go to -5 hit points. I say, hey, I'm a great outdoorsman. I get us lost.
Every time. Sorry, thanks,
I
Dad.
can't do anything. There we
That's
go.
what happens when you brag. Just don't brag on your character.
He didn't give you soap. He gave you barbecue sauce.
Well, just think about what you're going to brag about next week when we return to Homebrew Detritus.
And we're level 3.
Oh no, we're not.
three.
No, we're not
Trying to
leveling
set the
3 up off.
You said we're level 3? All right,
Swarm.
sweet.
No,
we're level
not
3.
level 3.
Woohoo, level
Cullen,
3.
See you level 2
Alright.
characters next time.
You cut out. You said level 3.
I was supposed to roll 2d4, but I only rolled 1d4 for my burning hands because I suck.
Aww.
Roll that
Next
extra-
time we
that
roll
extra
full
D4.
You're
damage.
fucking dead already.
So Cullen will point out and maybe suggest to the group that maybe
Too late. It's over.
not to this.
It's over.
over.
It's done.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
done.
They say
oh.
goodbye. See you next week.